Yep, thanks for that memory ball earlier on. Good work.
Better than garbage, anyway.
I thought, oh, they were much better. Why do you even say that? Don't make the link. I thought, yeah. No, garbage was more comparative. It was garbage and not as good as. Oh, you got me. I'll get back to you on that one. There was some grungy indie band
I used to DJ with Debbie Smith, who was the guitarist in Curve. Yeah, we used to DJ together in the 90s.
You DJ as well. I used to DJ as well.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Sorry. No, because you did mention that last time. I'm just being a dick. Is this thing on?
Lee and myself are like identical twins, but obviously I've got all the looks and the talents.
Hang on, but we look alike too. Look, we both look like Spock. Not like,
yeah, well, it's just an avatar, mate. It's not a real picture. What? It's just an avatar.
Hey, I've been
Sklavko. Good afternoon. You're right, pal. We're live, by the way, chaps.
Oh well,
yeah, I saw that. Thanks.
Yeah, we've got the channel favourite, our regular viewer, Sklavko. Hail.
Let's get interactive.
Greetings.
Hail, Sklavko.
We're just waiting for
something.
I want to hear more about.
Come on, do something.
Perform, monkeys. Perform.
Yes, what I want to say, Slavko is ahead of the curve. He is clearly a genius.
Yeah, he's a good lad.
Scale. Are you, when you're working, sir or madam, are you in your spare time and or working capacity, working in the agent or agency game? Because if not, you should be. Know what I mean?
There you go.
Talent scale, natural.
High praise. Or just high.
How dare you, sir?
Do you think Ian's turning up? Do you think he's going to turn up, show up?
He'll turn
I got
up.
$5 on 3 minutes in. Well, he's probably choosing a hat. You've made him conscious, haven't you? Or you scared him off with your hero talk.
No, you've scared him off by your stalkerish qualities.
Yeah, you're not meant to know about that. I don't think you don't let him know. I don't know where you get your delusions from, laser brain. I like you all equally. And like I say, well, I'm not going to say it till he's here, but you wait till he shows up. I've got a question for him. Whew.
Sklavko says, I have asked why insults in English sound so polite. That's for you, problem being you're the intelligent one.
Fuck off.
Sklavko, fuck off.
Fuck off.
That's polite.
That's still polite.
If there's any minors under the age of 18 listening
fuck
to that,
off.
Or anybody working in essential industries, because we need that.
We do apologise for the harsh language.
Get up the fucking chimney, you bastards.
Yeah, sorry about the fucking swearing.
This hour, what we want, wanker, bloke, bollocks.
Bollocks.
We want, we're going to devise a business plan. Will you shut the fuck up a minute?
Probably not.
I will chuck you off the stream permanently.
That has happened.
House rule number 5.
Sheer fucking hubris.
When the sheer fucking hubris speaks, shut up. Indeed. I was just going to ask, I think when Ian turns up, if he turns up, we need to devise a business plan on getting Ian into the BBC for, you know what?
Ain't going to happen. Because he's such an outspoken critic. Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Oh, I like the positivity. Well, good night, everybody. It is going to happen because we're going to magic it, Nord. We're going to get some chaos going. We're going to get the will of the people out there. I'm talking about
the willy of the people.
Audience members, all of you, all 17,000 of you, or whatever.
Just carry on while I message Ian, please.
It's good. Basically, when he shows up, we're going to tell him the good news. He's getting the phone call right now. And guess what, lads? Chibnall's just phoned. He needs a hand. Apparently, he's cocked who right up. I've got the job. They liked my hat.
I'll do it.
He's got the right hat.
Just carry on.
And with BBC recruitment practices being what they are, you know what I mean? And, you think, Cockney's just having another stupid joke, isn't he? But, hello, thanks for coming along to talk about our philosophy of business practices. No, actually, I'm here for the interview about the other. You know what I mean? They don't even know who's doing what to whom. It's ridiculous.
I just got a message. From Ian saying, "What time are we back on?"
Now.
So he obviously was. Is he?
10 minutes did he not get?
Right. When he comes on, applause, everybody.
Okay. Hey! All right. He showed up for the job interview.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right, now when you get to the BBC, have they phoned
Right then. Right, come on, Cockney. Start the ball rolling with Mega
Right, here we
Geek.
go. All right,
Go.
now Mega Geek, what is your opinion on magic? No, don't worry about that now. Okay, basically, how much notice do you need to get interviewing at the BBC for a job in the Doctor Who creation department?
What was the question?
Basically, you know, well, look, let's rewind a little bit. You
Jazz
mentioned the BBC, perhaps, you know, through line to the last show, something script. Yeah. What of it?
The thing is, the
down.
BBC don't want to know what I think or what I'm going to do. They don't want to know.
Sir, I do believe they're a public service corporation designed and built to educate, elucidate the other thing, and work for the bleeding public what pays for their wages.
It's not the point, is it?
It's in the It's the point for me,
They're
sir.
entitled to it.
No, I'll tell you what. I like the guy that's.
Do
you want the job?
Is chin balls definitely staying then, or do you think?
So they say.
I reckon he'll go. I really do. I mean, he must know by now. Surely, you know, he's loathed and hated by this fandom and by the general
maybe he's just
population.
thick-skinned. Maybe he's just thick-skinned.
No, he's not, because if he was, he would be on the circuit, the Comic-Con circuit and talking and stuff. So it's obvious they're hiding. Jodie and him are hiding. The whole Doctor Who.
Would you do the Comic-Con circuit?
I would if I was in charge of Doctor Who, definitely.
Well, we need to make that happen, mate.
Exactly.
The thing is, I would do it, but also I would be if I got hired as a showrunner for Doctor Who, the first thing I would do, obviously, if the bear bug wasn't around, I would literally go to a Comic-Con and say, right, I want to speak to the fans, get the fans there and
on
talk
your
to them.
side,
and just say, what do you expect from the new show? What do you want? You know, and ask them directly, because they can't hide behind Twitter when they're right in front of you. And they have to be respectful to you as well if they're right in front of you.
That's called public relations, PR, isn't it?
Exactly, which is what they don't do. The current people that are running Doctor Who.
No, they haven't ingratiated themselves at all.
But
negatively or positive.
But you know, they got this religion and they're sticking by it, aren't they? How things should be.
But do you think they're obviously aware of what happened with Luke Skywalker?
There must be.
Do you think their eyes have been opened now?
No, not at all.
They're just so, they're
going to double down.
Oh God,
they are. They're going to double down, and that's the thing. The next Doctor is probably it's probably Joe Martin. It's probably. So, and Joe Martin is not right for the Doctor. The Doctor is not a plump black woman. The Doctor is not that. So if they do that, they will destroy Doctor Who for sure. If they make Joe Martin the next Doctor.
Oh dear,
they will. And I'm not saying, look, I'm not white, right? So I'm not. I don't believe I'm being racist. I just believe the show.
It's not racist to say that the Doctor should remain recognizably the Doctor, especially for a character that's been around for over 50 odd years.
Yeah,
nearly 60 years, and that they've changed it into a woman. It hasn't worked. Regardless of what a few crazy people on Twitter say, the audience numbers spell it out for you. I don't know how else they can not understand this. They will see a marked uptick in viewing numbers if they got rid of Chibnall and Whittaker and went back to a more traditional role. And went back to a formula that worked. Look, I'm all for experimenting with Doctor Who and doing something different with it. They went too far with it. It didn't work. You can experiment without being provocative. That's what I'm saying. You can bring it round to something that pleases everybody, But you know, I mean, it would have pleased everybody. If it hadn't been for this era, which was divisive, now you've attracted this new fan base that is so militant. You'll never please them. That's the thing.
I always remember watching, you know, when the Jodie Whittaker was announced and it was on BBC Breakfast. They were so proud of themselves, weren't they?
Oh no, backslapping all over.
So proud of themselves that it was like headline news and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning of the end, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Look. As everybody, including Lee and you guys, right? When I heard the Doctor was going to be a woman, and when I saw that trailer when she takes off her hoodie, my heart sunk. But then I thought to myself, maybe it's going to be good. Maybe this is the thing that we need to refresh the Doctor. But none of us knew what they were going to do and how they were going to destroy.
Well, they prepped us. They prepped us with Missy. That's what they were doing. They were testing the water with Missy, but unfortunately they didn't get Michelle Gomez to play the Doctor, which might have worked.
Big mistake.
Might have worked. When she came out the TARDIS and said, "Hello, I'm Doctor Who," I believed that. I was sold. I think they could have easily have made it. I think she had another job anyway, booked her. But like, I mean, like when she's saying goodbye to the Doctor, when she and the Master are there, and they're saying, you know, we're not listening to a word you're saying, you know, she's not going to help him. And then as she's saying goodbye to him, it looks like she grabs his hand and puts something in it, because you see a close up of holding his hand, and then she's looking down and then looks up into his eyes without lifting her head, and he's like looking at her like suspiciously. I mean, that could have easily been like a fob watch with her regeneration energy. You know, she's not going to come back from this because she's going to double cross herself, and that regeneration energy, because knowing that he was probably not going to survive this, would have saved him, and then he could have regenerated into her, and then maybe have had a split personality or something. Would have been really, really interesting. Could have done something really creative with that. But they just made the Doctor a woman. They cast a woman in the role, but they didn't make the Doctor feminine. They didn't address it really, other than saying, "Oh, they did an upgrade."
Matt Tennant.
Yeah, Matt Tennant. Mrs. Matt Tennant.
Well, what they should have done really is they should, if they wanted a powerful woman character to be in the Doctor Who universe, they should have brought back Romana and have a spin-off show of that. That's what they should have done instead of pissing off the fans.
Susan back, regenerate Susan, make that the Timeless Child. If you want to do a Timeless Child story arc, would have been much. Would have made much sense. Would have. If you were going to retcon something back, I mean, if you want to go back to 1963, you got Susan there. Might not be the Doctor's grandchild. Could be the Timeless Child, was taking it away to protect her from the Time Lords or something. You know, I mean,
all I can say is it doesn't matter what they do. They can't wreck Doctor Who, in my opinion, because Doctor Who, as I said, lives in time and space, and anyone that takes over that want to revert it back to the way it was, they can do it. Yeah. So it doesn't matter what Chibnall does. We can get our Doctor Who back, but
they have to have the will to do it. They have to have the will.
Exactly.
They need someone who will do it. And I can't imagine, at the moment at least, that the BBC will ever admit that they did anything wrong.
Didn't Sir Ian Botham started firing into the BBC, didn't he, the other day?
Did he?
I saw. I think I saw a video. Yeah, I saw a video yesterday on YouTube. He started off with Europe and basically saying we left because we were just sick of grinning and bearing it. And he says pretty much the same thing is happening with the BBC, because we're just we're sick of grinning and bearing it with what the BBC are doing, and effectively they just need to fuck this woke shit off and just do what they're good at, and before they lose completely, their mass audience.
But they have.
Do you think it's gone past the point already?
Well, yeah. I mean, look, the BBC is not sustainable without foreign funding, and they never have been. They were against their own charter, receiving money from the European Union before Brexit. So they shouldn't have been taking that money, and why that's never really been addressed, I don't know.
Right.
Because it was against their own charter. The BBC shouldn't be funded that way, but they were receiving money from the European Union. No wonder they were so pro-EU. But yeah, I mean,
It's a moot point
they get
now.
money. Like, the money for Doctor Who came from HBO and China. I want to know who this Chinese company is, because we all know that that all Chinese companies are owned by the state. And you know, you think about the kind of agendas and things that are being pushed is Marxist.
Was it Huawei? Was it?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would love to see the details of that contract.
5G phone box. That'd be a nice linking, actually, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
comedy gold.
I don't know. I just think that we have a long way to go to correcting this nonsense. And as I said, if we do correct it, somebody has to be clever enough to actually make the road go both ways. In other words, you know what I mean? Rather than just having the feminine agenda and all white men are bad and all that stuff. You know, that's all just rubbish, really. That, you know, that we should be equal. BBC has to stand for what they used to stand
they're all about equity rather than equality now.
Yeah,
That's the B word that you have to watch out for, because when they start talking about equality, that's great, but notice how it shifted from equality to equity. And it sounds similar, but they mean two totally different things.
We've had a message from Beyond the Grave. Tupac says
BBC doesn't want to hear it.
Well, maybe they should, but it's just their arrogance. I think
they know better than you. Not only do they know better than you, but they are morally superior to you.
Well, of course.
You're inferior. And it's quite hilarious that not only do they see themselves as superior to you, they're usually white, middle-class male, and superior to everybody.
There's the irony.
Where have we heard this before?
Do you know what? According to the BBC, right, every white woman in their world is dating a man of color. Every show you see now, you know, with a lead female,
and non-threatening.
Their boyfriend is someone of color. Always.
Yeah, and non-threatening. They're always, you know, cooking in the kitchen and being all sort of very middle class, and you know, wearing the jumper.
You see that on commercials as well nowadays.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense. What about that that chocolate? What is it? Cadbury's chocolate egg advert with those two guys. Did you see that one?
No.
Yeah,
two guys in a chocolate egg.
That's right. You don't want to see that one. You don't want to see that one. But there you go.
Speaking of commercials, I saw I was watching Enterprise on the Horror Channel this morning. They've it was one of the rare occasions I was up before 11:30, and it was the first episode of Enterprise. And obviously they'll be playing it daily, so I'm going to try and catch up with it. But one of the Cockney, one of the commercials, because obviously all they seem to be selling is over 50s insurance and car insurance, and I'm sure this is to the Mega Geek. Katie was on one of the commercials.
Yeah, she's in loads. She's in loads of commercials. If you look,
it wasn't you filming it, was it? It was like I think it was an insurance one.
Yeah, she does one called I can't remember what it's with, where she's a lawyer or something like that. So she's been in a lot of ads. But the thing is, though, all work is drying up for people of a lesser hue, put it that way, and it's not good. It's not good for especially male actors. It's not good for them. And I remember Katie wrote a sitcom. Okay, and she shot a little pilot, and she sent it to one person. I think was one producer. And the producer said, "You got to have more diversity in your pilot," because all of them were white, obviously, in the pilot.
God.
You know,
what
so you got to have loud.
What happened to the tiny airplane?
Yeah, exactly. But you know, this is the way things are going now. And look, in some ways, it's good for actors of color, but in other ways, it's bad. Yeah, look.
Biplane.
Look. If you're going to have diversity, do it right. Don't become the racist that you're trying to fight against.
Well, it's not racist; it's racialist.
Yes,
which is a fetishization of race it's
Brown.
the difference between racialism and racism is it just means that you're so utterly focused on race as a defining factor that it does fetishize it, and I think that it's demeaning to people if you just see them purely on pigmentation rather than what they're capable of doing as individuals. And I think, yeah, look, it's great that you have diversity. Look, if you again go back to The Expanse as a prime example of how to do it right. If you look at Expanse and then you compare it to Star Trek Discovery, it's night and day. I mean, both have diverse casts, and one does it really, really, really well, and the other one does it in the worst possible way imaginable. And it's you just have to look at those two examples.
It seems to me, as I said, I'm the thicko of the channel. It seems to me people don't get hired on talent anymore.
They don't.
It should be POT.
I thought that's what it's all about.
But
no, it's never been about that.
But what about
No, that's a bit downer, isn't it?
Well, what about the time? Who got the tiny aeroplane? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
Well, it used to be about talent, I mean,
I'm trying to pay attention to the conversation, but no one's telling me what happened to the tiny aeroplane. Mr. Brown, do you know? Was it a biplane for the diversity quota?
It was a triplane. It was one of those Fokkers from the First World War.
Yeah, exactly, a Fokker. But you know what I mean. Do you know why I'm asking about it?
They bombed our chip shop.
How dare they bomb our chip shops? And yet,
them
one of my cousins was doing the
fight them in the chip shops.
No, seriously though, the tiny aeroplane. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? The tiny aeroplane.
No, because I'm a thick twat.
There's Cockney. He's just talking about a tiny aeroplane. Just humour. Tiny aeroplane, you muppet. But I'm referring to something that the Mega Geek mentioned earlier. I'm just trying to pay attention, but don't mind me.
No, come on, you brought it up now. Go on.
Well, I didn't bring up the tiny aeroplane. I don't have it. That's what the Mega Geek was saying earlier, because of production troubles. He said he shot a little pilot.
Yeah, well, I didn't shoot it with a gun. No,
Cockney operates at a different level than the rest.
He shot the deputy,
like the aeroplane.
But going back to race. I mean, you saw what
there were two aeroplanes.
No, there was one. There was
only one. Only one, mate. Only one.
Well, how can you have a race?
Maybe one was virtual. Maybe one was virtual.
Pigeon.
Catch the pigeon.
See? There you go.
So as I was saying, Morgan Freeman was interviewed by this breakfast show, and the guy was interviewing was another black guy, and he said to him, "Well, how do we overcome racism?" And Morgan Freeman said, "We just stop talking about it." And then the black guy said, he was a very young black guy.
There you go, exactly. And then the black guy said,
"Well, I can only because I don't know his name, so I can only describe him as
please.
The black guy."
Breakdown.
I hope I get struck off for that.
So the black guy asked Morgan Freeman. He said, "Well, what about all the people who don't have any money? How are they supposed to get up in the world?" And Morgan Freeman said, "Me and you are proof that we came from nowhere. It can be achieved."
And this is the other thing as well that annoys me. Like, this who's going to be the next Doctor? And have you noticed it's always the same names when it comes to people of color? Like, it's always
Richard. What's his name?
Ayoade.
I've got a tale to tell about him, by the way.
Oh, right.
Carry on. The next Doctor.
Or it's oh god, the one they always want for Bond, Idris Elba. And it's like, and it's always white people doing this, and it's like
he wouldn't do it.
So he would, because he said if he was offered the part, he
white
wouldn't do it because he doesn't want to be the token black Bond. But I mean, the point is, it's always these same white people who go online Cockney. And they always drop the same names. It's like, how many black actors do you know? Seemingly, it seems like they just want a virtue signal that they know a black actor's name. And as Idris Elba has already said, he wouldn't touch the role of James Bond because he doesn't want to be tokenized. And you think he's going to do
too old anyway?
Yes. Well, I don't know about that, but I mean,
thing is, though,
it's too old.
If it's somebody,
Paul McGann's probably too old then, but he would still be great.
Ages now.
But if somebody goes from Jodie, so when she changes Jodie, if she changes into a man, she'll look really weird because when he changes, he'll be in Jonah's costume.
I know. I was thinking that as well. Whoever's going to be,
Lee,
a guy. Oh God, poor guy.
Idris Elba is too old to do Bond.
How old is he?
He's about 50, isn't he? I'm not sure he's the same age as
Roger Moore was.
I'm sure
the oldest. Yeah, Roger Moore was in his. I think he was in his late 40s when he did Bond. I think.
Maybe Idris Elba could get away with it. He's too old.
But Bond, the character of James Bond is supposed to be of an ancient Scottish, aristocratic family lineage. I mean, I don't think they've ever quite gotten Bond right on the screen. Maybe Timothy Dalton looks most Bondish because he's supposed to be oldish with like dark hair, black hair.
No, I can't let that stand. George Lazenby is the best Bond ever. I'll fight you all.
Australian.
he was sexist, racist, nationalist, ageist.
He did his best, George Lazenby, but he wasn't that good in my opinion.
He's the best Bond. Well, I disagree. He's the best Bond, and that is a fact, not an opinion. He's the only one who ever broke the fourth wall.
Fact.
Right?
Said former captain.
He was the archetypal. It was the archetypal Bond. Now, granted, Connery came back for one more, and then they reverted to more. Reverted back. No, they went forward. No, they premiered him. Ah, bugger. But the thing is, he was contracted for more. Ironically, not Roger. And no, he was. But then it's like, hippies are going to be big. I'll grow a beard. Fuck that Bond. That won't last as a franchise. Not one of his best decisions, but hindsight's 2020, isn't it?
It is. It's great. Going back to the Richard Ayoade.
The next
I'd never cast him.
Problem
he hasn't got the gravitas.
Right, that's
He's
it.
got that voice which will work against. He can do the comedy. Shut up. He
tweeted
can do the comedy. He can do the comedy stuff. But when it comes to something
Cockney.
like doing that speech,
I wasn't even saying anything. You've got it in for me now.
Oi!
First I'm a bum licker. No,
he can't do the gravitas.
Cockney.
He can't do the gravitas. He can't do anything of real intensity, I don't think. I mean, he could surprise us all. I just don't see it. I think he looks great. But again, I think, what the hell is so wrong with one character remaining like the other 50 odd years? I don't see the problem with that. It's not racist to want a character to remain consistent.
My point is that I tweeted him asking him to come on this show.
Yes.
Tweet him now. Tweet him, guys. Say, go on Mr. Brown's channel just for the laugh. See what happens.
Happily.
No,
he won't come on here.
That'll be a harassment.
I'm outside his house now.
By your tone, then, Lee, you were quite upset by this.
By your tone.
Upset by what?
What he just said. Pay attention, number one.
Pay attention to what you're saying.
What, Richard Ayoade being like top pick or something? Or
yeah, that you're getting a bit.
No, I just, for me, the Doctor has always been a consistent character. Like the Edwardian English gentleman. I mean, Philip Hinchcliffe described the Doctor as an alien who's like presenting as a quintessential English eccentric.
Right.
And I there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I think as well, let's think about this logically, right? If you're a time traveling space alien, right,
that's
you're going to go back. If you're going to go back to through history as, let's say, Jo Martin, a black woman,
right?
Every story is, unless you've got the perception filter on, every story is going to be based around the same issue, over and over and over and over again. And it's going to get really sticky after, the first couple of episodes.
Cockney, are you having a seizure?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
No, I will say I agree with problem.
I personally think
that's a good idea.
The best Who that Jodie Whittaker has done was the original trailer where the camera pans through the forest and then she takes a hoodie off.
Yeah, because you didn't say anything.
Exactly.
All right, I'm the Doctor.
That's
So-
some. She had bad management. The whole thing was.
How
was
does
just
she
bad.
regenerate with bleached hair and mascara? Just out of interest.
The
Just
questions
she's
that
a woman.
we need to be asking. I've got a question.
Female
a harsh
grooming.
question. A harsh question for the Mega Geek.
Oh God, here we
Oh
go.
no! Do you want me to mute him?
no. Let's get a question.
Go.
How's the script
No,
writing
go.
going?
How's the script going? The script's
Yes, sir.
almost
I will
finished.
I will say, Cockney, I am doffing my. I'm saluting you, sir. That was bang on 30 minutes. Well done.
Nice building up to it.
Nice.
The script is almost finished, but once I've done the first draft, that's just the start, isn't it?
Ah,
We gotta work it and see if it works. Then you do a
Work
table read with the actors and see if the dialogue works for them.
And you know something as well,
I
guys.
feel that my lines should be doubled, sir. I feel that I
And,
could express myself
and do you know
more
something?
vociferously if I had more text.
Lee?
And Ian didn't cast me as the Doctor. Do you know? Can you believe that?
He said he's already got someone.
I know.
Listen,
Outrageous.
Ian told me why he didn't cast you as the Doctor, and it's
Did
quite
I?
simple. Yeah, you told me. Can you remember?
Else.
No, I
this
He's got someone. It's a secret.
Cockney.
He can't say it.
Shut the fuck up, will you? Just,
I want to prove I was listening.
Ian, play along.
What? Okay.
Just play along. You know
Yeah.
the conversation we had the other day about why you didn't cast Lee. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. Do I?
It was a long, in-depth conversation, wasn't it?
Yes.
Say so.
Say yes.
Yes.
Lee,
okay.
Yes.
the reason why you weren't cast is because if it had been shot in black and white, you'd have been a shoo-in, mate. You know,
With the hat.
but because it's shot in
hats.
color, you've had it, mate.
That's racist.
Nice.
In your
Come
mind,
back.
it is.
In your mind.
Yeah, but my mind is right.
The correct mind.
We
the
know.
right side of the
Yeah,
screen.
if
No, you're
if
right,
it'd been
it's a
shot in
vertical
black and white,
division.
mate,
Yeah.
you've been a shoo-in, mate. I'd have bought into that.
If it could be in 2/3 of it. I don't know. Like if. You know, Michael no, never mind. Because they changed the film because of the great creative decision.
Stop
with this.
digging, mate. Stop digging.
Have you not seen it?
What's that?
If
Oh, If. The film If.
the film If it went
I
black
haven't
and
seen
white
it,
at
no.
the end.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Robin
I know
Williams
that,
in it.
but I haven't seen it.
Okay,
Has
well,
it?
you know what? That's all you need to know. You're the
Right.
filmmaker. You tell me, pal.
Was there a film called She?
Yeah, there was. I think I had
When's
Telly Savalas in it.
Huh?
When's it going to be rebooted to be called He?
I don't know. I don't know.
That is,
True.
you need to do that. You need to do that film, Ian.
So the question is, right, with the
You
script,
need to do it.
with the script I'm writing, the question is, do I counter what has been done in the past? Now, I'm not talking about story-wise. I'm talking about the horrible things
Do you
they've said
address
about
it?
white males in the Doctor Who thing. Like, for instance, when the one of the Time Lords changed from a man to a black woman, she says those lines that we'll never forget, about being a man. Remember?
Testosterone.
Yes. So do I counter that, or do I just ignore it and just do a straight?
I think you should ignore it.
Yeah,
I think
I
you should
can
rise
be
above it.
a
That's it.
Russian mobster. Or
Sklavko
Serbian.
says you need to get some Russian mobsters or Serbian mobsters in
Or
it.
Serbian. I'm Serbian, I reckon.
Are you a Serbian mobster there, Splunker?
Are you Serbian?
He is.
Are you Serbian? Are you
Excellent.
Milosevic in disguise? Are you Milosevic in
There you go.
I mean, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's
Don't go near him if he's got an umbrella. That's all I'll say.
I do plan to do so. Well, in the script, there are certain things that this Doctor does that actually,
Mind you, the Serbs like their hats.
Are you
don't
able
they?
to divulge any little
No, yeah, there's-
tidbits?
No, well, there's bits in the script that highlights the things that the Jodie Doctor did wrong. There's little bits in there that
Well, is that a good or a bad thing?
Look, I think it's a good thing, but I do agree with Lee, because I do not want to go down that road where it's tit for tat, if you know what I mean. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's
have you
my
got
point,
have you
yeah.
got a subtle scene where you push Jodie Whittaker down the mine shaft?
Push her over the cliff.
I've not even got to the punchline yet.
Did you
And
see
then
that-
look at the camera and go, change is difficult, but often necessary, isn't it?
Upgrade.
those-
You need
those-
to upgrade.
Those J-bots, the Jodie stands on Twitter were losing their mind over that
Hello,
image.
J-bots.
You know, they got that image of the
Love goes
TARDIS. Oi! They got the image of the TARDIS and you've got all the doctors all lined up, and then you've got Peter Capaldi's doctor at the end, and he's
I've seen it.
Jodie Whittaker up, and she's flying, and it's like fuckity bye.
That's quite funny. That's quite.
It's really, and they were totally po-faced about it. They were, oh my god, it's so disgusting. Oh my god, it's so misogynistic. Oh my god, Peter Capaldi would hate these people.
I know.
Ian, are you sure you don't want Lee as the Doctor? Because he's got the acting chops.
No, I've got a good guy playing the Doctor.
Oh, thanks. There you go.
Didn't mean it that way, Lee.
Oh, yes, you did.
Well, you're right though.
But
With
there's loads of
Serbian
characters
villain.
in it.
I played the Master.
But Lee,
you haven't
there's
written him in it.
Well, the Master's not
Can
in
you
it,
do
but
a
there's loads of
Serbian
characters
accent?
in there that you could.
Cockney.
I want to play a Time Lord now.
Well, that's going to be hard since the only time. Actually, there's 2 Time Lords in it.
Oh,
but
there
hey,
you are. Boom.
But the other one's female.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Well, are you assuming?
Do you think it'd be a good idea not to reference this previous shite?
No, I'm gonna reference it. Definitely reference it. But what I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna play on. As I said, I'm not gonna do tit for tat. There is one line in it where one of the characters says, "I thought you were a woman," and he says, "I'm all better now." So that's
Snap!
I mean,
that's not bitter. That's not bitter.
I'm wondering about whether I should keep that in the
Sick
script.
burn.
Yeah. So
Ian.
but still it goes. I guess.
Well, I mean, look,
two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
to be fair,
Ian Wright.
they've said worse.
Ian Wright.
They have said worse.
Ian Wright.
Yeah, but we're better than that.
Aim higher.
Yeah, I guess.
Like a
but as
little
I said,
aeroplane.
I don't know.
As the script, have you
Bloody
complete? Have you finished the first draft?
No, I've just got to do the prologue epilogue
That's what
at the
happens
ending,
on
and
the
that's it.
aeroplane. First draft.
That's very posh.
Well, the ending. I've got to do the ending, which is a nice ending.
You should do. Do you remember?
What's the ending?
Do you remember Police Squad?
Oh yeah, epilogue.
Do an epilogue like that, mate.
But no, I've got this really. I've got this really big surprise at the ending.
What is it?
Well, I can't tell you.
It's not
Obviously,
going to be a surprise.
But it involves a bit of visual effects. I'm trying to get someone to help me on that. But if I can do that, I'll have that ending. If I can't, then I won't.
Have you
someone that could do
with the special effects? With the special effects, have you secured this guy yet?
No, I haven't.
Or a woman?
No, I haven't spoken to him yet.
Right, because I will say there's a guy that I've seen on going back to the 3D renders. I don't know if this is the guy who said 2,000 an hour. I've seen some of the stuff he's done recently, and fucking hell, it is cinema quality. It's film quality. It's fucking amazing.
But that's the thing, you see, they demand money, and the thing is though, once someone gets paid to do something on this, then that's different rules. I think if you make a fan film, the idea is nobody gets paid,
right?
Because it's just for the love of when somebody gets paid.
I'll send you the link to his profile, and if you've spoken to him before, well, fair enough. But
probably,
yeah.
Great.
He's done some.
Have you got 2,000 quid as well?
He's done some Star Wars stuff, and incredible. Seriously, the best thing I've seen on that group. So yeah.
Well, I mean, game.
Yeah, they're good. They're good at what they do.
But you're going to do the TARDIS. The TARDIS is going to be 5G though, isn't it?
What do you mean 5G?
I've got a Lego one.
No, look, there's a couple of hurdles I have to jump over. Like, for instance, I need to find someone that actually has a TARDIS. so they can, like obviously a flat pack, obviously, as they normally have, and so I can put it into the scenes. I can tell you little bits about it. It's all set. It's all set in a hospital, and we have
Rife.
No, it's got nothing to do with that.
Oh, okay.
Is this a nurse with a camera again?
Yes.
Is she undercover?
A nurse with a camera, yeah.
That's a nice link back, actually. Oh,
it's got
I can help
very
you film
good.
that one. I've got the uniform right now.
you got a camera, pal?
Yeah, SLR.
You're hired.
Yeah, 620 FPS. We can do it digitally. Now, do you like traditional nurse shoes or the high heels? I like the high
Well done,
heels.
Slavko. Slavko got the joke. It was referenced earlier. Huawei and 5G. The Chinese money going into that was the joke. But anyway, carry on.
Good lads, we got it. Serbians know what's going on. At the risk of generalising.
Well,
go on in.
I can tell you bits about it. I can tell you bits.
Get a word in edge.
Can I just, before Ian continues, I'm just going to say this, right? I do like Cockney, but he really does need to lay off the fucking decaf.
Look,
Go on, Ian.
Glad to be here.
Shut up.
So, I mean, what do you want to know? I mean, I can tell you one thing, that Romana's in it.
Ooh.
She's in it.
I can play Romana. Why not? Have a male Romana.
No, I don't want to go down that route, but I'm going to try and
say that every weekend, honey.
I haven't cast Romana yet in the role, and it has a little girl that's suffering from cancer. Would you believe? So there you go. 2 things about my story.
For the uninitiated,
up,
Romana is from which period of who?
Doesn't matter.
Classic
It's so
Baker.
complicated.
Lala Ward.
Very good. Very good.
But I would have her wear that costume, the Lala Ward one, because I love it so much. The pink and the white scarf. No, the pink and the white scarf
from Destiny of the Daleks.
The Daleks, yeah, I love that costume. I would have her wear that, definitely.
Nice.
She looked good, even dressed as Rose Tico. She was amazing.
So, when do you think this full script is going to be finished?
Well, does it matter? What matters is that I find money to do it.
Listen, it matters to us.
The next decade is time travel.
No.
It matters to Cockney.
The first draft will be finished any day now, but that's not the point. Right. The point is that the script is worth nothing if I can't find the money to do it. So, we can talk about script all day, but if you can't find the money.
Catch 22.
So, forgiving my rudeness again, estimate of how much it would cost, you think?
No idea, because it has to be budgeted, and also it has to be and then the script gets adapted. If we find a location that can cater to everything that we do, and the location is slightly different, we have to adjust the script to fit the location. That's when you don't have any money. That's what you do. So that's what I'm saying. So there's loads of factors that are involved in making it.
Wouldn't it be weird? Sorry.
An abandoned quarry would be good.
Well, and over the other side, oh look, it's that bloody Geordie Whittaker. What a coincidence! Yeah, fuck off, Geordie.
Push her over the edge of the quarry. Gone.
You could have and you could have a big fight. I'm the doctor. No, I'm the fucking doctor.
So
I'm the bloody doctor.
Again, forgive my rudeness. So if I was to say £50,000,
yeah, you can do a lot with that.
Right, okay. So 25.
Get a nice motor for that.
Cockney, stop being rude.
It all depends on how much money we can collect, but also all depends on the bear bug as well, because you're not allowed to have more than 6 in the group. So it's going to be hard trying to shoot something.
Oh, right. So you're not willing to you would want to shoot it kind of now-ish.
No, I'd look. First of all, I've got to get the trailer done. Once the trailer's done, let me see the response I get from that trailer. Trailer's pretty easy to do, right?
Once you got the script.
No, we've got the script. The trailer, the storyboards are done. The problem being is seeing the storyboard. Have you seen the storyboards?
Yeah, because I did the mop-up for you.
Of course, yeah.
I like the ending.
I hate you, Lee. You're so talented. I hate you.
So
the music.
We've got the storyboards, and once we get the special effects down and we add the guy that's playing the Doctor, then
is he confirmed?
Yeah, of course he is. And then we can and then we could see how people respond to it, and gauge whether we should go and do the 45-minute one.
So when are you going to do a
just get it
read-through
out,
with the actors?
honestly.
Sorry?
Well, because you
Read-through.
mentioned again, it's the paying attention game. You said
No, I was talking over. Sorry. Like now.
I just want to show. I'm always paying attention, even when I'm talking, and rare as it is. And you did mention that another catch-22. You got to write the script, but then you got to have a read through, let alone filming it, let alone doing a trailer. It's like a 5-way catch-22.
Well,
all right. So specifically, I ask you, sir, what is the date of the read-through?
How am I supposed to know? First of all, I've got to do the trailer first.
Have you heard of Zoom? Have you heard of Zoom?
Yeah.
Fat Larry's band.
Yeah, exactly.
Zoom.
To the moon.
I would say, Ian, I think I did a stream on Sunday night with some Star Trek guys from the States.
Yeah.
And
they were good. They were
with you guys, because with everything that's going on with franchises being effectively ruined, it's the fans who I genuinely feel sorry for, because these people, these guys were just spieling off episodes from like 1987 like it was yesterday. You know, they're so invested in Star Trek, Doctor Who.
Yeah, so they have to have it destroyed because they're not allowed to enjoy themselves or have any comfort in their lives. Because we've been told by these people, the white men are not allowed to be comfortable. They're not allowed to.
Wait, it's not even Lee. It's not even white men. It's women. It's
because a lot of women love Star Trek too. But this is
everybody.
This is what I'm saying. The peripheral damage, right? The collateral damage of all of this goes against the narrative. They're not interested. You know, they know that women love a male doctor. They know that women love Star Trek. But because it affects the white males, especially, their collateral damage, they don't count. So they don't care about that. As long as the toys are broken, that's what matters. That's all that matters.
With saying, like, the toys are broken, when I keep arcing back to the Luke Skywalker incidents.
Mm-hmm.
The Luke Sky.
That's a lesson for everybody, right?
That was a collective. That was all those toxic white males just having a moment of joy.
Yeah, grown men crying
because
happiness.
All these grown toxic white males I've been receiving the last few years is just a continual kick in the bollocks. From all directions.
Continual, nice, yep.
And going back to my...
It was a catharsis.
Yeah. Going back to Doctor Who, Ian, I genuinely think that if you was to crowd fund, I personally don't think you would have any problem getting the money, because there are people desperate for good.
I know that, right? The thing is, though, it is. Look, Doctor Who and Star Trek and all our pop culture is been criticised heavily, and to make a Doctor Who fan film, especially the way I want to make it, I'm pretty scared because, you know, getting attacked by everyone that loves Doctor Who, I just want to get it right. Do you know what I mean? There's no problem. Right. We probably could raise the money, but the thing is, though,
but you already answered your own question, Ian. Ian, you already answered your own question. You said you would use PR if you were show running Doctor Who. You would ask the fans what they're looking for, what they want. Yeah. That's all you need to do.
Yeah, I know that, but there. Look,
tell you what,
there's lots of different opinions like that. Just me and Dan did a show called Run the Show. I don't know if you saw that, where we had Gary on, we had Bolstrek on, and the idea was, if you were the showrunner, who would you cast? What would you do? Right. Everyone had different opinions.
Yeah, but I mean, what? Yeah, but
you're the showrunner, though, mate.
Yeah, but you're the showrunner, and B, I don't think. I think generally that even if there's a difference of opinion, that because your intentions are noble,
Cockney.
That compromise wouldn't be a big deal for them. I mean, it would,
I know.
anything beyond Jodie Whittaker and Chibnall's shitty writing and his terrible team of writers.
You just need to make it with love. That's all you need to do. Make it
exactly.
with love, mate.
It will shine through all of that.
Yeah,
I totally agree, Rob. But as I said, the only thing that's stopping me from moving forward now is the bear bug. Because as I said, to make something like this good, you need a crew, and everybody knows that crew is more than 6 people.
Ian, I think timing is everything. Timing is obviously the secret of comedy.
What you need is to get everything in place first. So all you're then waiting for is that when this is over, so that you can move forward. But as long as everything's already pre-planned and you've got everything already in place, then all you need to do is wait for the moment where it's like press go.
It needs to drop effectively towards the end of the Jodie era, so they've got something to compare it to.
No, before. It's gonna. I'm planning to shoot in the summer. I plan to shoot in the summer.
Right.
Okay. To shoot in July because
your summer.
Yeah. Well, July summer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's winter over here, mate.
Oh, Cockney! Can I boot you off in a minute?
That's what I plan to do. I'm also waiting for something from Lee. Obviously, I'm waiting for, and he knows
Lee,
what I'm waiting for the trailer. That's what I'm waiting for. So if I get those elements in place, I can quickly shoot the trailer, and then you can see who plays the Doctor. And then there'll be discussion of, do we like his costume? Do we like the guy playing the Doctor? And then we'll take it from there. Do you know what I mean? I just want to test the water before I go full on.
Full kilter.
Exactly. And there's nothing wrong with that.
To test the water. Exactly. Let the man just dip his toes in. What's wrong with you people?
But as I said, I'm waiting for certain elements so I can just do this trailer to do it justice. I don't want to spend
get your finger out.
Come on, as I've explained to Ian already, my computer can only handle some. It took a week to render a single still frame. Because without a render farm, I'm pretty limited to what I can manage in that level of.
Okay, right. So that means I have to find someone else then. That's what it means.
Ian, I'm going to ask this guy if he'd be willing to do. I'm going to ask him.
No disrespect to you, Lee. And you tried and stuff like that, and you have the problems, and I don't mind that. That's fine.
He hasn't got the technology.
It just means I need to find someone else. That's all. It's okay. I mean, it is what it is. That's the thing. So, but I have a few people that I could ask. But what I don't want is visual effects that look like that awful BBC Dalek thing they put out. You see that? I don't want it like that. Do you know what I mean? So it has to be something that's quite good that I can work with. In fact, you know what I should do is I should put, before the trailer starts, I should put BBC logo on it just to fool everyone. And then when it plays, everybody thinks what? Is he cast as the new Doctor? That'd be so funny. But then again, it'll be pulled off YouTube because of that, I reckon. So
you could do the BBC logo in reverse, so it'd be like the mirror universe. Nice Star Trek.
CBB.
Call it CPP.
Nice.
I don't know. But as I said, we'll see. Because as I said, once we get the visual effects down, I have to talk to my actor. I have to buy him the costume and make sure he looks good in it and stuff.
Mate, just go to the charity shop. You'll find.
I've already got my friend who does props. He's creating me a new sonic screwdriver for the Doctor. So his design's really cool. So I'm just waiting for it to be completed. So there you go.
Will it Tupac's in? Mr. Brown, Tupac's written in.
I'm sure that fans will ultimately be patient. It's just very hard when there's a lot of impatience.
Yes.
LOL. That's laugh out loud, just in case you don't know what LOL means.
Not lots of love, former Prime Minister.
Guilty myself. So yeah. Basically, the fans are patient.
I can tell you one thing though: it will not look like an amateur film. It will not look like. If you've seen my stuff, you know how I make stuff. So it will not look like an amateur film.
Will there be some blood exploding on screen? I hope so.
You know what? There is a horror element to my story, so it'll be interesting to see how people.
And the horror element, did you say?
Yeah, because I really love
horror.
Don't be too self-indulgent, please.
No, because I loved the old Doctor Who's,
30%
like
navel gazing.
John
I've seen
Pertwee
the
stuff,
navel.
where they had the horror in there. And stuff. I love that. So
All right,
I'm just stuff in it that I like, that I liked watching in Doctor Who, and that's what everybody does, don't they? From Moffat to JT, all of them basically. So
I think, to be fair, you're onto a winner.
Therefore I am.
You just need to grab your kahunas and just go for it, mate.
Well, you know what? I'm going to get Lee in it now since he's been complaining so much. Let's get him in there.
He's very good at it. He's very good at it, to be fair.
Well,
I've done a fair bit of acting in my time, I can tell you.
It's going to be
he was in Star Wars, everybody.
Well, it's going to be interesting.
Disney Star Wars.
Not the good ones, but
no.
But still
Not the
Star
good
Wars
ones.
technically. But he signed it away. He can't talk about it. Hush, hush.
non-disclosure.
Yeah,
Only
non-disclosure.
for life.
Well, at least you experienced it. Experienced being on the set. I mean, that's a huge production.
It is fun. I've done a lot of big budget Hollywood movies, so you do get to see a lot.
I've been to Naboo.
You what?
Did I tell you I've been to Naboo?
Naboo.
When they were filming episode 1. I can't talk about it for security reasons, but I managed to get on the film set. I touched the starfighter. It was brilliant. I'm so happy. I saw
a real X-wing, which was backstage. So I got to stand right next to it. It wasn't completed.
X-wing.
Huge.
Here you go, Ian. There's Tupac is stepping up to the plate for you.
What's he say? I would go to provide original. No, I've already got someone. Sorry, mate. I've already got someone who can compose music for me, and he's brilliant.
Him a chance. It's Tupac Shakur.
You need credit.
You see, this is the problem.
Stylings, but
you see, this is the problem when I put an advert out when I put an ad out, I'm looking for someone to play
dead hip hop stars here
in my fan film. Right?
Forget it. Grandmaster Flash.
Just bear with me.
No, let's.
I got inundated. I got inundated by people, even on Facebook, which I didn't even know had that thing where people were just inundating me saying, "I want to play the Doctor." Loads of women, loads of men. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, Jesus, So
Jesus as well?
Yeah, Jesus came in as well.
But can't please everybody.
Is Jesus on Facebook?
I don't think so. Or is
you said he messaged. You said he messaged you on Facebook.
He wasn't, and then he came back again.
I'm just saying that it's I don't really want to put it out yet because, as I said, you get things like I can do the music for you, I can do this for you, but I can do that for you, and some of those roles are filled. Do you know what I mean? Like I have a composer, so and he's really good. So
it's not Murray Gold, is it?
No, it's the guy that did music for Rebecca Gold. I think he's brilliant. Personally.
If when you do make this, is he?
Yeah.
When you do make this film, please use another font other than Bank Gothic, please.
Oh, Bank Gothic.
What for? What?
Mr. Brown,
all your films
self-destruct. Mr. Brown, 2 minutes to self-destruct.
What? All of them? Not all of them.
Yeah, it seems to be Bank Gothic. Yeah, Bad Day and
Bad Day. The
Rebecca Gold
Comic Sans.
Well, the Rebecca Gold font was created by me, yes, but the rest wasn't created by me. So
it looks very Bank Gothic to me.
Well, the thing is, though, when you do
Brown, 90 seconds to self-destruct. 90 seconds to self-destruct.
I used to be a graphics artist. You used to be a graphics artist, right, Mr. Brown?
Some people would say that, yes.
Yeah, so the font's got to be easy to read. So
I looked at it straight away. It's the Bank Gothic family. That's what I'm saying. I can recognise the odd font,
but I wasn't responsible for killing its own font. I wasn't responsible for Bad Day. I wasn't responsible for was it Fallen Angels font? It's not me. That's not
Brown.
So maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe
because. You like 24, don't you?
Yeah, I love 24. It's a good show.
Because that's what I thought you did, the using of Bank Gothic, because that's their kind of standard font, what they used on 24. I thought that was like a tribute to that.
No, there's certain things that I realize that I've been doing a lot in my work, which I didn't realize until I look back. Like, for instance, oh my God, even in Doctor Who, the Doctor Who I'm doing, his costume is purely, there's the color red that's kind of prominent in his costume.
Power color.
Well, that's the thing, you see. I don't know whether I should use it or not, because with Rebecca Gold, her hoodie was red and she was wearing black. So I'm wondering whether I should go down that route again.
Turquoise is
black.
aquas.
Teal is the color I choose.
Teal, aqua.
Teal from Hyperdrive.
Yeah, turquoise, stuff like that. I'd go that, mate.
Lieutenant Teal. Was he a lieutenant?
Is he?
Hyperdrive with Nick Frost. It's a through line.
But yeah, anyway, you know, I'm going to do my best, and no matter what I do, I'll guarantee you'll enjoy what I kick out personally.
Yeah, you need to go down you need to go down the teal kind of aqua colours. Get rid of the red. It's a bit too, you know.
I don't want.
I'm a Barbie girl.
I don't want the Doctor's costume.
Gold.
Must be plastic. So fantastic. Quite catchy, really, isn't
Carry
it?
on. But I didn't want to go down the route with Doctor's costume, as in
Doctor.
God.
So I didn't want to do that.
I loved the Thompson twins. I loved.
Yeah, me too.
I like Tintin as well.
What happened to them?
Doctor.
Bowler hats.
I think they had a big argument and fell out, didn't they?
Really?
All three of them.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. So there's only two of them.
And they weren't twins.
Three of them originally, yeah.
Doctor is one of the greatest, especially the extended versions, is one of the greatest songs
on the remix.
ever. It's such a fucking great song.
It is a great song, yeah.
It's Thompson twins at the top of their game, you know. At
Pedestrian, one of my least favourites. Disagree.
Hold Me Now. That's a good song.
That's another good
All right,
it
I'll
is.
wait till after the show.
It is.
What was it? Back from the Edge, or what was it? I can't remember what it was.
There's You Raise Me Up. Whoa, that one. Yeah. That's another one.
That's another
the Higher Ground. But Doctor is. It's got everything.
It's got nothing.
Shut up.
I'm allowed an opinion. It's hard. It's no early Depeche Mode, is it? It's no Soft Cell.
It's a shame you couldn't have Doctor as the intro music for your film. That'd be quite titillating.
That reminds me. Another thing.
The gothic typeface.
The question I keep
leading the way.
I keep asking myself is how would I do the title sequence, because it seems like everything is done, doesn't it? Everything's done. The most original one is Peter Capaldi's one. That was so different to the rest of them, weren't they? So that's the I don't know.
I would go. I would just, what I'm doing with my one is, you know, go backwards. You know, I mean, time travel. You know, go back to a time when it was good. Use that as inspiration. That's what I'm doing.
Green sleeves, a nice gothic typeface.
If you're going to do the shots, go very analog. How would they do it in the 60s?
I don't. Well, the thing is, though, every one of them is a variation of the one in the 60s, isn't it? So it has to be very different. As I said, the Peter Capaldi one was very different with the clocks and the wheels and stuff like that.
The extra fluff.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of an idea that would be very different to.
Well, talk to me about it afterwards and see.
Well, you can't help me because you haven't got enough render space.
No.
He's not got the machinery.
Wait. There's a big difference between. There's a big difference between doing photorealistic special effects and landscaping, like CGI stuff.
I'm
doing opening titles. That's a completely different thing.
I'm very disappointed in you, Lee.
What?
Because as good as you are, I would expect a render farm somewhere, but you've not got one.
Yeah, but I don't need to do a render farm for a title sequence. Title sequence is not the same thing. It's completely different to doing something that looks photorealistic. Like if you're doing an alien landscape, that requires an awful lot of topographic stuff and massive rendering to make it 3D, to make it really realistic.
What you should do
with opening title sequence, you can do it in a way where it isn't so intensive.
What you need to do is drop some acid, and I don't condone taking drugs, ladies and gentlemen at home.
Don't get me started on
Winners,
the word. What? Tea,
winners,
coffee,
winners do not take
Tetris?
drugs. I'll
Unless
just
you're-
like
repeat.
Tetris.
I will just repeat that: winners do not take drugs, but
Well, except
Like
those that
lager.
cheat in sports through taking drugs and win.
Yeah.
You know.
or
Coffee's
ravers.
a drug. Tea's a drug.
Yeah.
Sugar's a drug. Milk's a drug.
Drop-
Twitter's a drug. TV's a drug. You're
Food's
a
a
drug.
drug.
I'm
Drop-
addicted to you. Brown's a
Drop
drug.
it-
That's why he's called Mr. Brown.
Drop a blotter and work on some opening titles, mate. And there's your authentic Doctor Who. Whatever comes out of your noggin while on the higher level, that's what Ian should go with.
Well, Ian's already seen my tester.
You know what, right?
Not good enough. You need to redo it. Now.
Yeah, I've seen some, and some of them are really good. Lee, they really, really are good. But that's what I'm saying.
LSD.
The thing is, though, they're very reminiscent of.
LCD.
Yeah, well,
LDS.
that's what I was that was my brief. That you,
Yeah, I know,
yeah,
I know.
that
But
was my brief.
what we need is something new. We need
Plasma.
that would go
LDS.
past,
LDS.
Mushrooms.
past, if you know what I mean. That's what we need.
Magic.
So that's going to be
Snort.
hard because I'm imagining myself if I do make this fan film. I'm imagining myself as
You
the showrunner,
What's
and if
the
I was
title?
the showrunner, I'll be saying to the people, I want something different for the beginning opening credits. I do not want it to look like the ones in the past because this is a new era. And we need
LDS.
to have something. We need to have it the same but different. Yeah,
The
that's what
same
we,
but different. Classic
Well,
players.
yeah, but talk to me about it, and then we can discuss.
all
I-
when
you
am I
better
going to
now.
talk to you about it, Lee? When I'm going, the only time I talk to you is when I'm on things like
Time
this.
management,
Well, you
the
got me a
Children,
DM,
children.
Drop me a DM. Drop me a
Separate
DM.
them. Ding, ding, ding.
Ian,
Yeah, I got
listen,
you
mate.
now, mate.
Ian, I can help you out. I've got the time to help you out. I've got Photoshop 5.1 if you need anything.
It's not going to help. Yeah.
You
On
can
the
do
Mac
some
from
storyboards, mate.
1986.
I used to when Photoshop originally came out in the
1990.
90s, and
In
there were
1990 specifically.
I'm going to throw you off.
It's a pet topic. I am Photoshop, mate. Carry
I
on.
used to do all because I was raving at the time and doing far too much LSD.
It
and-
still is.
There weren't any filters to speak of in Photoshop,
Correct.
really. So you had to kind of go down into the machinery of Photoshop to get some really good effects.
Highest power tools.
And yeah, I'm your man, mate. I could do it.
Well, I mean,
Filters, gotta love them.
as I said, that's just one facet of many facets of how creating a fan film or even creating anything that's a film or or a TV show. So yeah, I mean, any help is always appreciated.
So
Boy, Brown.
are you going to do
Brown.
is the opening
Oi.
titles?
Brown.
Shh, shh, shh. 2 seconds.
I'll Photoshop back with you.
Is the opening titles going to be the timey-wimey vortex or something else?
See, that's the question, right? Should it be?
To vortex or not to vortex? That is the question. Whether
Do
it's
you need-
nobler in the mind.
But do you think you
suffer
need
the
to do
slings
one?
and arrows
Can you just not
of
come straight
typographic
in?
Cliches.
No, you have to keep the tropes of Doctor Who. This
Or
is
to
what
take
the
our-
new
Yeah,
one.
but that will be for the
Against
that will be for the
sea of
series.
typefaces.
Yeah, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about the fan film.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When the BBC
To
see your
to italic no more. In that sleep of typography,
you know, right,
what dreams may
Cockney,
come.
I have got the patience of Job.
Who's Joe?
Nice, biblical.
I'm
But
just
it's been
just
You're
saying
taken
talking
away.
over me.
it has to be different, okay? Because I'm thinking
I
to
know it
myself,
does.
Yeah.
My point is, sorry, Ian, and my point is, fan film as a self-contained piece,
Yeah.
you don't need the vortex. You can just come straight in, bang.
no,
get
no,
on.
no. I like to keep the tropes of Doctor Who.
But my point is, when the BBC see this fan film, they will say, "This is our new showrunner."
No, they won't. They won't.
Yes,
You
they
know
will.
that. When they see it, they'll immediately want to take it off YouTube. That's all.
I know.
One of the
I know.
two.
Yeah, exactly. But
Put it on Facebook Live.
even if they do take it off YouTube,
Well,
I'd still have it available to anyone that emails me. I'll just send them a Dropbox link or something like
Vimeo
that.
seems to get away with it. like you can always do that.
Well, there's hundreds of fan films on
fire,
YouTube, hundreds of them,
Yeah,
and they're all really bad. All of them. Yeah.
But you're going to do the fan film that's going to be cut above the rest.
Well, that's the plan. I love it when a plan comes together. Yeah, that's the plan.
Put.
Nice A-Team reference there.
Hannibal Lecter. Oh, no.
You prick.
No, that's Neil. You're going to feel a bit of a prick, Neil.
Listen, if I wasn't so unforgiving, or forgiving, should I say, I would have kicked you off for that comment.
Thank you.
You don't want to kick off Cockney, Spock. He's the humour in this.
Yeah.
I know. Cockney Spock has been banging on. He's been banging on about this for the past 2-3 days. It's important to him. It's important to him. Is this?
So I just found on the script that line, right? So basically, Romana says, "I heard you had an upgrade. Should I?"
Have you got the script in front of you?
Yeah. Should I keep that in?
Yeah.
Give it.
And the doctor's reply is yes, but I'm all better now.
Oh no!
Keep that in?
No, just say I've had a system reboot.
I don't know. I don't know whether we should keep it in or not. That's the thing. So
no, listen, no. I just think that's too obvious, mate. You can be subtle. You need to.
It was all a dream.
you need to be more subtle. That's just a bit too kind of fingers up and.
Well, I mean, that's it. That's the question I've got to ask myself, and
I think that's a bit too. That's a bit too.
That's a second, third draft decision.
The Northerner is correct.
Yeah.
It's too obvious that and I listen, mate. I know fuck all, but for me, that's too obvious. That's bitter.
Bitter,
very bitter.
Well, what do you think? What do you think I've had an upgrade is? That's about as bloody bitter as it can get.
I know, yeah, but as I said, two
dial it back a bit.
Two wrongs don't make a right.
No, sometimes they do.
Because
Ian, right?
Because with what that is a very, very big. That is a very, very big sentence with what's gone on recently. I'm a normie, yeah. But for me,
is it right to do that?
No,
or is it? Or is it?
You're better than that. But you're better than them.
I'm more
aim high. Aim high.
You're better than them. You're better than them.
But that would cause a huge uproar with the Jody bots. I know that.
Yeah, but
we're not targeting them.
But thank you, Lee. You're not targeting them. You're targeting the genuine fans who love Doctor Who.
Yeah, but some genuine fans who love Doctor Who probably.
How about this? Well, let's give an alternative.
Film it and then decide whether to cut it out. You need to
versions.
You need to do an alternative to that. Something that's very, very subtle.
Yeah,
I like what you say.
I like subtle.
No matter what you say, they're going to come to that conclusion. So
film it. Film it. But you need to do
film the hateful one also.
And you need to do a subtle and just
as I said, it can always be cut out. But
you always need alternatives.
Well, as I said, you see, this is just a small example of how many different opinions people have got on
arseholes.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I thought
you had an upgrade.
Got one.
Oh, that's a matter of opinion.
Well, the Jodie bots will still have a go at that as well.
That's a matter.
Yeah, but they'll have a go at the fact that it's not a woman or a woman of color.
Exactly my point.
Here we go with the identity politics.
So would it matter if he said that or not?
Could you not say
they're going to argue about different points?
I've got it. I've got it. No, I'm speaking. Could you not just say I've had a downgrade?
No, that's too self-effacing.
Yeah, that would be bad. But
yeah.
I don't. Well, it must be me.
Ironically, sarcastically.
To me, that's just being sarcastic. I love sarcasm. You see.
Well, I said
I really like sarcasm.
Because it's the lowest form of wit.
If that line is in it or not, they're still going to complain that he's a guy.
So because sarcasm's really the highest form of wit. See, that's working on several levels there.
Are you being
What you do is step
sarcastic?
back. Are you being sarcastic?
Are you?
Do I sound sarcastic?
Yes.
I was going to say something else then, but no.
Go on.
But you didn't.
No,
Makes
no,
a change.
I was going to use the S word.
Sugar. Alan. Sierra.
So,
Tango.
Ian,
Over.
so obviously we've spoke about your script. You're going on with Dan this afternoon.
Yeah.
What are you?
What of
Is
it?
it going to be more? Is it going to be more Doctor Who stuff on that, or
Yeah. Well, it's with. I think he's got this idea. What kind of doctor are you? So it's who do you, which doctor do you think you are, as in personality wise? That's what it's about, yeah, and other stuff as well, I think. But that's his main subject, I think. So.
Oh, key question: who's the assistant?
The assistant's Romana.
weren't you listening?
Who's playing the assistant, or is that a secret too?
No, the assistant's Romana.
Yeah, but is it played by?
Could you not
Lala
make it
Ward?
make it a male? Make it a male.
No. The tradition is
circles.
The doctor always has a female with him. That's one of the tropes, and I like to keep that trope, as you know, that because it's a good trope.
But when you say Romana, like a reincarnated Romana, a parallel universe Romana, a Romana from another timeline, I mean,
it's Romana, but he's different body, different face. It's Romana. So there you go. You know.
Okay.
So
that told me.
Well, I mean, it's it's not
Makes
rocket
it first.
Does she come out the TARDIS? Go,
Does she come out?
No. When it starts, she's not his assistant. It's only towards the ending, kind of thing. So
Is she not from Collindale then?
Don't know where she's from, mate.
well, you've got to figure these things out. Yeah, first day on the shoot, you're coming to you going, well, what should I do about
the history of Romana is the puzzle, isn't it?
Collindale.
Because you got
I'm Romana. Hello, I'm Romana. You know, it's inflection. You know what I mean?
Can you imagine what he's going to be like on normal coffee? Jesus.
I'll be Romana.
But that's the thing. What's the history of Romana?
Well,
do we go with Big Finish or do we go with the TV Doctor Who?
That's not a rhetorical question, sir. You go with Lala Ward every time, or you answer to me.
You know what, right? That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
What happened to Romana when
How
she
dare
left?
You agree with me?
Well, she stayed in E-Space, didn't she?
Yes.
But then if you go with the Big Finish, she ended up as the president of Gallifrey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's complicated, isn't it? It's a complicated thing with her.
Yeah, well, if you're going to go, I would stick with TV canon, not Big Finish canon.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, so she has to get out of E-Space.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a Dalek? A Dalek in this episode?
Nope. Not at all.
Are there any aliens in the episode?
There is. Yes, there is. There definitely is. There's one really horrible one, which they have to stop. So there you go.
And is it a new alien or a familiar?
It's a new one. It's a new one.
Ooh. Right. It's not Cockney Spock, is it?
It is. He talks everybody to death.
Oh, I like it. Sick burn, mic drop. Game over.
It could have a caffeine gun.
Yeah, we.
I reject your decaf, Doctor.
But it's all everything connects to the little girl that's suffering from cancer. That it all connects to her. So that's but that's part of the story, so to speak. So
is the cancer reference that's nothing to do with Graham when he said
the thought had crossed my mind. So
you're a bastard like me, you are, aren't you?
As I said,
implication, inference.
But it's obviously nothing to do with that story,
right? Just coincidence.
Yeah.
Coincidence again.
Is he gonna say to her, "I'm socially awkward"?
Yeah, he's gonna walk away.
Yeah. Such a hero.
But yeah, everybody wants her dead for some reason, and so the Doctor has to save her, basically. So
and she's got cancer.
Yeah, she's only 6. She's got cancer. Doesn't have much of a life left.
You've got a very dark mind.
So
but it all ends well. It all ends well.
Remind me never to get stuck in a lift with you.
It all ends well in the end because
I'll have the stairs covered,
right?
He's got the balcony. You're stuck, son. You're not getting out, Brown. It's like a metaphor.
Children and the doctor work. They always work
Problem
really well.
On the balcony. He's going to check me out there, SAS style.
What's he talking about?
Sorry,
I'm talking
Cockney
about the metaphor. You're in the
Spock
lift, right?
He's getting muted.
Oh dear.
Even do you know this? Even the mute button provides amusement.
It does indeed.
It's amazing how. It's amazing how.
You can filter him and say that.
Hello, Cockney.
Oh dear.
I'll let you have that one, mate. Secret of comedy timing.
Sheer fucking hubris.
Right, we've got 9 minutes, so we'll pack it in at 1 hour 30. Yes, so we've got 9 minutes. So
nice.
Yeah. So Cockney, you can start the 9 minutes off. So go.
Oh, thank you. The words you always want to say to me, Cockney, go. Well, before I do, how about that? Well, Doctor Who seems to be the theme, doesn't it?
Yeah, we'll finish off with that. Yeah.
In any good meeting, you want to set next steps. So when shall we four witches meet again? And are we going to have a read through of the script?
No, you can't have a read through of the script because then it'll tell everybody what's going to happen in the film.
I'm taking it all from the tone of voice.
Destroys the whole object.
Has anybody actually read the script, or is it just you at the moment?
Nah, people have read it.
Right. And what's the feedback?
What's the feedback?
Feedback is good. There's a lot of criticism on it, and that's why I'm saying I have to tread carefully when I'm writing this. I have to make sure.
Does it match, or is it like Minority Reports all over the shop?
No. Generally, people like it, but there are certain aspects of the script that they don't like, or they think it should go left or right, whatever. It's just criticism.
Ooh, left, right. Ooh.
Yeah. So
controversial.
I'll take it. Lee's seen it.
No, Lee hasn't seen the script.
Oh, right, okay.
But what I'm saying is that when I hand it over to Doctor Who fans, obviously they have their version of Doctor Who, and if it doesn't comply to what they are thinking, then obviously they have a problem. But like problem being, of course, but
a very big problem.
Everyone has
and
their
the
own
Romana fans. You've got two problems.
One person says Romana shouldn't be there. Next person says that Doctor should never say that. Do you know what I mean? And stuff like that. So
I'm still forming an opinion myself.
Have you given the script to any normies? I'd be more than willing to read it as a kind of a normie type who's watched Doctor Who all his life.
I'm going to send it out when I'm happy. The people I've given it to is close friends and Doctor Who fans who are close friends. But when I'm happy with it, then I will send it out to people I think that can help me even more.
Do you guys want to hear my Doctor Who theme tune?
Go on, Cockney, what are you doing?
Wait,
Cockney, what are you doing?
You have to put everyone on mute. Otherwise,
right. Just bear with me then.
Done.
So, yeah. I nearly
See
pressed
if
you
this
then,
works.
Lee.
That's not a good idea.
Here we go. Exclusive, boys and girls. Here we go.
Hold on. Hold your horses. How does this work then? Internal speakers. Shush. Mute. Right. you go.
Woo! Woo!
Wow.
That's good.
Can I will just say, Lee, the part I was waiting for, and for me, I think it's the most important part of a Doctor Who theme, was how you finish it off.
Look, it's still a work.
No. I quite liked it. You know, the last few bars. Yes.
It's very Sylvester McCoy-ish.
Well, it's more the Tom Baker Hal, the Peter Davison Hal version. That's the arrangement I was going for.
Ah,
there you go, Lee. This is a message from the dead, from beyond the grave. There you go, mate.
Bravo.
It'll sound better, like, you know, not coming through a microphone from my computer speaker, but you know.
Yeah, well done, mate. It was very good. You just need to make the film now, Ian.
Small detail.
Well, you know,
you just need to do the easy part.
I know Dominic Glynn. He did the music for Doctor Who, and I would never ask him to do it.
I'll do it. Ask him.
No, I can't because basically, you know, he does a lot of those tours and stuff, those Comic Cons. So if he's connected with this, then it's not.
Yeah, that's true. I'll do it.
I've already got someone, so you know.
Naturally.
Are you worried that soon as this, when it is made and it's out online, that the BBC are just going to come in like avenging angels and try to get it?
Well,
then they'd have to justify that by taking every other fan film down because there's shitloads of them.
If look, what would be perfect is if it got 1 million views or something like that.
Right.
As I said, you know, that would prove that the fans don't want to see the Jodie thing. They want to see something more in line.
So I get you. So you definitely need to get it out now then, or ASAP.
Well, how can I do that? How can I do that? I've got to make sure everything's right first before I understand the one.
When will the last 8? Is it 8 episodes? When are they being scheduled to come out?
What 8 episodes? What are you talking about?
I thought they were doing one more series.
What's Jodie out there doing?
Yeah.
When's this coming out?
I don't know. I think is it for the summer?
When are you going to know?
I know. But what would be really good is if her episode came out and I put mine out and mine's beat her in the ratings or the views. That'd be really cool.
Timing is everything. Yes,
everything. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's something to aim for. Put it that way. It'd be cool.
You've got some very, very big hitters on your side, though. I think, even though Gary did say no, you shouldn't do it.
Gary's going to love it, though. He's going to love it.
You need to abuse the position of him being the pop star on YouTube.
It's all right if people don't like it. It's fine. I'm just saying that it's an alternative to what's going on now. You know, so it's like it could be this. That's the whole question. It could be this. You know, Doctor Who could be this. That's the whole idea of it. You know, it's not meant to insult the Jodie bots or the people who like Jodie. It's meant to say it's meant to be a statement saying
this
Doctor
is true.
Not that Doctor could be anything.
No.
So it could be
fixed. Just
sorry, hold on. This is for you. Problem being, what does this mean?
From Tupac, easy fix. Just use problems in the farm and turn it into a click farm for a day.
Very good.
Very meta.
This is very, very good thinking from beyond the grave.
Good work, Tupac.
Amazing. This guy really is on the top of his game from beyond the grave.
He's rocking it.
He is. Right.
Lee, After Effects.
30 seconds to self.
Have you got After Effects,
30 seconds, Mr.
Lee, are you there?
Yeah.
Have you got After Effects?
He's got before.
No.
Okay.
No, just Blender.
No.
All right. Sorry.
Mega Geek, I would be more than willing to buy a new Mac and subscribe to Adobe to help you out on this.
Whoa, he said it live
And listen,
on air.
I'm from up north and I'm tight as fuck, but I'd do this for you.
It's grim up north.
Because I can see the bigger picture here.
Yeah, well, I think we all can.
Sophistication. I've been to Leeds.
I would learn After Effects for you.
It's very different. Well, I know how to use After Effects. I just don't know how to
I
use the
would
full-
render farm for you. I would serif type for you. I would Photoshop for you. I'd make layer folders for you. Sorry.
Oh dear. You should stay off the
Oh
caffeine.
dear, oh dear.
That's decaf.
Well, what is your deal with caffeine? Okay, look, can you get this on fucking camera? Twinings, English breakfast, extra strong. What's your freaking problem? That's what I've got, freaking 2 o'clock in the morning over it. Actually, it's 4 o'clock in the morning over here. You know what I mean? Can't keep myself active. It's binary, isn't it? I'm either bouncing off the walls or snoozing. What do you want from the audience? We want 10,000 viewers on Mr. Brown's channel. Didn't even talk about the Robert
Well, we've got one
controversy. Oh, yeah, I thought we'd get Burnett in. Not tempted. Next one though. The next week we're going to talk about.
I think you need to tap.
Controversy.
You need to tap Burnett. I think.
Oh, he's got the most controversial show on the planet at the moment. Oh, got to talk about the show. Then we're going to have another show talking about this show, talking about that show.
How many viewers does he get then, Burnett?
Billions. Oh, after today, whoa, that letter.
When I look at when I view his show, he usually has about 300-400 average. I'd say on a good day, he's maybe got 500 on his nightly show.
And quality, the smartest filmmaking minds on the internet.
Yeah,
not that we're trying to get their audience.
Yeah,
they're all geniuses.
I think at
even
some
the ones
point
I disagree
you should
with.
tap him. Yeah,
especially the ones I disagree with.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it's all there to be taken, mate. Honestly,
he's more of a Doctor Who fan. Sorry, no, a Star Trek fan, isn't he?
He loves Discovery. Loves a bit of Discovery. Send him a message asking about.
We all do.
Oh, I love me. Hi, yeah. My name is Robert Burnett, and I love Discovery. Apart from a couple of problems I have, that I'm going to talk to you.
And then 10 hours later, he's still going on about it.
Discovery. Fuck those fuckers.
As I said, I would never watch that show. Never. After the season 2, I thought, nah, this is.
I'm curious about it now. I want to see it. I think it's so bad it's good territory.
Don't. Did anybody see the? There's a GIF floating about now of the Discovery turbo tubes. Did you see it?
No.
Nope.
Fucking hell! Just have a look for the Discovery turbo tubes. It looks like obviously the Discovery is you would think the normal ship would be kind of everything built close together, no space. Space used at a premium. Like in.
Oh right, yeah, because it's like vast, isn't it? You got all these tubes everywhere.
Mate, fuck! I just looked at it and I thought, what the?
Where does it go?
What the fuck is that?
It's like it's like they put no thought into it whatsoever, isn't it?
It looks like it looks like a huge stadia, the inside of a stadia with this kind of electric turbo tube going down the middle of it, and it's just like, what the fuck? I'm glad I bailed. Right, are we going to call it a draw?
Well, I don't know. You've gone over the hour and a half now, really. Depends.
Yeah. I think Ian's
edge.
muted. I think Ian's had enough as well. He's muted. He's probably just he's probably ending it all, so we don't hear him. Right,
that's nice chipper into the shore.
You know me.
Right, this is Spock. Right then, right your flags.
Flag.
2-pack. Thank you for sticking with us.
Bollocks. No, thank you.
Ahead of the curve.
Bollocks.
I think this has just been basically a 1.5 hour tribute to the Mega Geek, really, hasn't it? So,
Hail the Geek and his fast-moving keyboard.
He was going for a wazzo.
Oh, was he? We'll wait while he comes back then. So, right, okay.
Right. So,
I think
got a deadline.
He needs to get it done, doesn't he, Lee?
Pretty quick.
Yeah, but I totally understand where he's coming from because it's not exactly the prime time to be making films.
Yeah,
it's only people like the BBC seem to get carte blanche to be able to go out and do something like that, whereas everyone else not so much.
Yeah, he would
Carte
get bummed.
blanche.
He
I
would get
knew her
done.
back when she was a showgirl.
Oh, you card.
Yeah, Ace of Spades to you, mate.
Ace of Spades.
Yep.
I think hopefully by maybe May, June, we might be allowed to go out the front door again. I don't know.
because the summer, and they said that the coof can't operate during the heat. It operates better during the winter. They were saying.
Do you remember 2 years ago where we had that heat wave in? Was it May? It was just May and June where it was just baking hot for 2 months. That's what we need.
Yep. That's what we need, definitely.
Right. We're going to call it a draw, Ian, if that's okay.
It's all right. No worries.
Gives you time just to kind of acclimatise for Dan's.
Yeah. Yeah, you should all tune in. It's usually fun on Dan's channel.
Yeah. Genuinely, Ian, we want to see it, mate.
Yeah, well, I do.
If there's anything any of us can do, we'll help you, mate.
Okay.
It's probably not going to be a lot, but you know. It's probably not going to be a lot.
It's like, please don't.
Alrighty then. My people will call your people. Lunch.
It's a huge task. It may
I know
seem
it is, mate.
small, but it's a huge task. But I'm just saying
We'll go
that
to Lydio.
at least I've got my doctor. So there you go.
He's got his doctor, but
even though it's not me, which is a big mistake.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm going to create a part for you.
You vain bastard. You vain bastard. As I said, it's not in black and white. Right, guys. We'll call it a draw. Cockney Spock, cheers for annoying the fuck out of us. Problem being...
Always a pleasure, never a chore.
Problem being problem being. Cheers, Lee. Mega Geek.
Thanks.
Brilliant, mate. You need to get it done. Cheers, pal. Bye, everybody.
Take care.
Up your bum.